that the spies said that in the city of Arba was the greatest man among the Anakim. The tribe was so tall that the weak-kneed spies reported we are like grasshoppers to them.
Yeah.
So
they were like grasshoppers. They were probably even taller than Gog and Bashan. I mean, you're talking some of them were probably up to 20 feet or taller.
Right. And weak-kneed Jews? What a surprise.
Well, they're not Jews again.
No, we get it. It's like, we're not, come on.
We get that. We're just, Bella, we're going to say that because it's Jews.
We are guys who make fun of Jews. That's how it is.
You're going to have to get used. Listen, you got another hour and a half.
We all
of
are
shit.
Jews.
Yes. We're all Jews here.
I'm Jewish.
I'm Jewish. So,
I'm Jewish.
Okay, enough with the drops of the drops of the drops. So, what was I saying? Oh, it was actually, wasn't it Moses that killed Og? Right, Moses
No, Moses was not allowed to enter the land. He was not allowed to enter the land at all.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I was under the okay. No. I thought that
he
Moses
had to. Yeah. No,
or maybe he had him killed. He had him killed.
That would Joshua would have taken care of Og of Bashan.
Right. Well, Joshua was in charge after Moses, and he was in charge.
Yeah,
he drove the sons of Anak out of Hebron.
Yeah.
And
Joshua, the specific tribe Joshua is from, he was an Ephraimite. He was not a Jew. He or a Judahite. He was an Ephraimite.
Right. But it was Caleb that actually killed the three giants. It wasn't even Joshua. It was Caleb.
Yeah, it was Caleb.
Yeah. And then later in the Bible, you have David and Saul fighting. I'm sorry. That's where Goliath came from. So yeah. So you have David killing Goliath, who was, Jesus Christ. I played David in a Sunday school play when I was like 6, and we had this like 7th grader who was huge played Goliath, and like I had to do the thing and where I killed him and stand on his chest and tell the story. The David and Goliath story is amazing. I mean, and it really, it's documented in history. That shit actually happened. Like, it's not just in the Bible, whether or not you believe it. Like, that's actually, these things actually happen. Like, these skeletons are actually there. I mean, you're going to have to break open that secret warehouse, but they're really there, And it's not, and it's not tinfoil hazard.
That's what the Paranormals needs donations for, is to get gear
so we can get gear to break in.
We need to we need donations so that we can get that Mission Impossible gear that Tom Cruise was using in the MI movies.
Also the stuff from Spy Kids too.
And those turtlenecks are expensive, let me tell you.
Well, when your neck is as long as yours is, Adam.
I don't even know what that means.
Exactly.
It takes a lot of fabric to make a suit that can cover my gut.
Well, that's why we're happy the God Emperor was elected, because it's going to be a lot smaller by the time we get enough money to...
The suits are going to be huge.
Huge. We're going to need huge suits for Hazard's gut. Okay. Back to the Nephilim. Besides the giants of Canaan and where else were they?
You find them all over the world. I mean, even if you look in the ancient religious systems, I mean, it's in every culture you'll find them. I mean, Native American cultures, talk about giants being here. If you get Steve Quayle's book on, he's probably the best that's documented.
Steve Quayle?
Giants in every... Yes, Steve Quayle.
Spelled like Dan Quayle? Quale?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking because I want to look this up.
But he's probably the one that's compiled the best book on giants and them being found in every single culture, all over the planet.
That's yeah. I mean, I have always been a big fan of the Ancient Aliens series on the We Hate Hitler network. I mean, the History Channel. But Seriously, it's Ancient Aliens, Ice Road Truckers, and fuck that Hitler guy. That's the shows. That's all they show.
Do they actually
Don't forget Pawn Stars.
Oh, Pawn Stars. Is Pawn Stars on History or is that Discovery Channel? Why? Okay.
I mean, they have their own equivalent of it, I'm pretty sure.
We're digressing.
Where's it on TLC? I don't know.
We're digressing.
I can't keep track anymore.
It don't matter.
Adam?
None of this matters.
I'm the one who did the drop first.
When Adam starts shit posting, we know it's real. Okay, so no, I mean I've always been a big fan of like Eric von Daniken and Chariots of the Gods, you know, his books and whatever, and he talked about the Nephilim a lot.
Yeah.
So, what is Bella your take on? Now you believe that the Nephilim were actual descendants of angels or fallen angels. What about the theory that they were actual aliens from other planets?
I know they're fallen angels. It's just, to me, alien is just another term for angel to me.
Right. Yeah. I kind of.
I believe that they went. I'm telling you, quote, fallen angels. They went to other planets.
Right.
There's no doubt about that. I just, I know what they are. I prefer to stick with what I'm familiar with calling them, but.
So they went from Earth to other planets?
No, when they fell.
They fell in other places.
When they fell from heaven, when they got kicked out of heaven with Lucifer, they freaking were pretty much stuck here in this quote universe and pretty much traveled from and inhabited different planets and for millions.
There were probably some poor suckers who just got launched into space to never hit anything.
There were a few of them that just got launched into the nether and ended up getting sucked into a black hole or something. Yeah, I get it.
Drifts through space.
So why would they go to other planets?
Well, I mean, there's obviously Earth isn't the only habitable planet in the entire universe.
Well, and if you're talking there's a invisible realm around us. And you don't need to be on a planet like this when you're in that realm, you don't need to be on a planet like this.
Right. It's the whole
oxygen and whatnot. You can easily be on Mars and be fine if you're in the spirit realm, as I like to call it. So.
Right, the other dimension that's right here. I mean, I totally believe in other dimensions and. That they're interdimensional beings and whatever. I mean, we've talked about this before. When they did the Manhattan Project, they ripped a hole in the space-time continuum and pulled what they called a demon, but could have been an extra dimensional being, could have been an angel, could have been an alien, whatever. Through and those other dimensions are all around us because we don't know. We only know what we can see.
Yeah. I mean, you get into the Montauk Project and stuff.
Oh God, yeah.
They were trying to time travel, is what they were doing. So they would send children back in time, and this is through different testimony I've listened to.
Mm-hmm. What did you call that? The Montauk
Project. Yeah.
Project. They'd send children back in. They'd literally send children back in time to get Nephilim DNA or you name it or whatever. For experimentation here in this time frame.
Yeah, the Montauk Project is actually a U.S. government project that's was going for a while. I've heard several different people talk about that from Freeman. Do you know Freeman? Bella at all? Do you know who that is? This guy's got a website. He goes by Freeman Fly. He does a lot of stuff on MK Ultra.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Him and his wife. I can't remember his wife's name off the top of my head right now, but they do. It's one of the ways I got into. Actually, he's one of the ways I found Red Ice, which is how I found my way into the alt-right. So if it wasn't for my crazy conspiracy, listening to Nephilim and. That kind of stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't even be here right now.
Well, that's how I got red pilled too. It's funny. I was.
Oh, good. Hold on a second. We got a red pill story. Go ahead.
Well, how I got red pilled is this was after Obama's re-election, and I was just screw this. I got to get my mind off this. So I really started researching on Genesis 6 because I had some exposure to it because my father, who anyways, he has his undergraduate degree in ancient and basically Old Testament theology, but he wrote in college, written a paper about Genesis 6 and intertestamental literature and all of that. And so I reread it and it kind of piqued my interest. So I started researching it more. And just as I'm researching and listening and watching stuff on YouTube, I come across the whole Khazarian conspiracy